Coming up on today's Liberty, we need to get rid of the gloom once and for all. We take a brief look at the state of the current major order. In defense of guard dogs, one Helldiver on Superedit explains why they're ideal when it comes to emplacements. A moment of valor that is as frustrating to watch as it is tragic, and a piece of hell art that we think belongs in the sacred halls of High Command.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods.
Helldivers, we are deep into the current major order, and against all odds, things are going shockingly well. We've already gathered more than half of the 30 million rare terminid samples needed from the Jinji sector. At this pace, projections show we'll double the required count before the deadline. An absolutely stunning achievement that has xenoentomologists foaming at the lab goggles. Now, let's not get too excited. While Turing and Achenar Secundus remain firmly in Super Earth's hands, that could change in an instant. If we lose either, our top scientists and millions of brilliant engineers will be forced to flee, and the gloom-shielding research effort will collapse. And remember, the bugs won't stop just because we're doing well. This is the moment when complacency kills. So keep pushing, keep extracting, and keep turning terminids into science goo. For the future of gloom travel, and for the continued supremacy of managed democracy, don't let up now.
Out on the front lines of managed democracy, it's not just sentry guns and orbital strikes that keep Helldivers alive. Sometimes it's man's best friend. A post by Throwaway 553T4TGT6 titled, "It's so cool being in an emplacement while your guard dog guards your flanks, firing simultaneously," gives us a look at one of the most underrated battlefield MVPs, the guard dog. While Helldivers lay down heavy fire from static emplacements, the guard dog provides 360-degree justice, covering blind spots and punishing anything dumb enough to sneak up from behind. And sure, the guard dog has all the trigger discipline of a toddler in a bounce house, but when a bug or bot gets too close for comfort, indiscriminate fire turns out to be exactly what the mission ordered. These friends don't wait for orders, don't need encouragement, and definitely don't ask questions. They just bark, open fire, and save your butt while you're busy painting the countryside with freedom.
So what you're saying is, the guard dog is kinda like the Helldiver equivalent of that buddy who just starts swinging when a bar fight breaks out.
Exactly. A little messy, mostly loud, but somehow weirdly effective.
Beautiful. Makes me want to pet one. From a safe distance, of course. And now for today's moment of valor, which comes to us from Helldiver General Bogus, a newly enlisted recruit in the official Super Earth Salute Super Discord, and an absolute unit when it comes to absorbing punishment. In the clip, General Bogus is seen taking perhaps the worst beating in SES history, pinned down by relentless bot fire that ragdolls him into next week. Every time he tries to get up, bam! He's sent flying again like a ragdoll caught in a wind tunnel of lasers. After a truly Herculean effort, he somehow manages to escape, only for a war strider to enter the fray and carpet bomb him with grenades. And despite narrowly avoiding death, he's knocked down once again. He stims. He survives. Barely. But in the end, even the strongest sponge eventually soaks up too much. A final barrage from the war strider ends his tale. Still, we here at the SES salute General Bogus for his unfathomable resilience and for showing us what it means to truly suffer for democracy. To all Helldivers, join the official SES Discord, now almost 5,300 members strong, and submit your own heroic or humiliating clips for a chance to be featured in an upcoming episode of the Liberty. The more chaotic, painful, or unhinged, the better. Alrighty. The time has come for our resident super meteorologist to tell us today's galactic weather report. Let's hear it, Helldiver Spizzo.
Good morning, Helldivers! I hope you brought your umbrella, flamethrower, and a strong sense of patriotism, cause it's going to be a moist massacre out there. Let's start with planet Obari, where SEAF patrols are enjoying the scenic plains. If you consider scenic to mean relentless rain, ankle-deep mud, and the occasional airstrike. Expect consistent downpours and morale to match. Over on Akamar 4, It's the worst kind of party. SCAF and Terminids sharing a battlefield, and no one brought chips. Rain is heavy, visibility is low, and the bugs are thriving in the slop like it's a 5-star spa. Try not to slip and fall into a set of mandibles. Now for Crimsica. Ah, yes, the Ionic Crimson biome, where it's less weather and more chaotic elemental punishment. Lightning, storms, and bug guts all mixed together in what I can only describe as a blender full of war crimes. Bring rubber boots, and maybe a defibrillator. If you see lightning, take cover. If you see Terminids, open fire. And if you see both, well, make peace with your boots, because that's all they'll find. Stay brave, stay damp, and as always, stay loyal to Super Earth.
Thanks, Spizzo. Any tips for Helldivers heading out?
Yes. Keep your socks dry, your gun cleaner, and remember, if it's wriggling and hissing, don't hug it.
Words to live by. Seriously, though, you ever think about asking for a safer assignment?
Tried that once. They reassigned me to observe cloak-capable Illuminate during a solar flare. I'll stick with the rain, thanks.
Fair. At least rain doesn't phase through walls and read your thoughts.
Exactly. Rain just ruins your hair. Illuminate, ruin your soul.
And on that cheerful note, good luck out there, Helldivers. Remember, the forecast is pain, with a 100% chance of liberty. Now, during one of our recent super streams, a question came in that really got the SES community buzzing. What is your favorite primary weapon? Now, for me personally, it's all about context. If I'm fighting bugs or squids, give me that breaker incendiary. Melts through hordes like democracy through misinformation. But if I'm on the bot front, Scorcher every time. There's just something poetic about turning cold steel into hot scrap. That said, with so many options, lasers, shotguns, and the ever-glorious Liberator variants, we want to hear from you, Helldivers. What's your go-to weapon in the field? The one that just feels right. Whether it's for crowd control, sheer style points, or pure unadulterated overkill. Drop your favorites in the comments below and tell us why. Because High Command is always watching. And frankly, we're overdue for a few strongly worded debates.
Today's featured hell art comes from none other than Helldiver Colonel Oofman, a decorated hero, a proud private in the official Super Earth Salute Discord. Oofman's piece depicts a truly breathtaking moment, an Illuminate harvester unleashing destruction on one of Super Earth's proud megacities. But just overhead, an eagle soars, mid-flight, dropping glorious democracy in the form of high-yield ordnance. It's a snapshot of chaos and consequence, the seconds before justice strikes. In a world saturated with entropy and alien incursions, this piece reminds us that order still has fangs, and it will descend from orbit in a glorious display of freedom. We here at the SES salute Colonel Oofman for their patriotism and artistic flair. This work will no doubt inspire generations of Helldivers to pick up their rifles, and maybe a paintbrush too. If you're an artist, creator, or just someone who's doodled a Bile Titan on a napkin, join the SES Super Discord, now nearly 5,300 strong, and submit your work in the fan art channel. Help us prove once and for all, art is war, and war is beautiful.
Interloper, I really hate the tyranny out of harvesters.
I feel exactly the same, Vanguard. Truly some of the worst scum in the galaxy.
I can see that eagle blowing it to bits. It fills me with a sense of pride and genuine satisfaction.
No doubt about it. Eagle strikes truly are some of the most satisfying stratagems out.
We now bring this broadcast to a close with the Super Earth Art of War. Read and rejoice. In the grand theater of war, where bugs burst, bots blaze, and squids shimmer ominously, there is no greater weapon than morale. And what better way to fortify your mind and uplift your democratic spirit than with Super Earth sanctioned reading materials? That's right, brave Helldivers. Between missions, while riding pelicans, or recuperating from mild to severe laser-related injuries, High Command strongly encourages you to crack open a Federation-approved text. Whether it's 1001 quotes to inspire obedience, the classic How to Win Wars and Influence Minor Alien Species, or the ever-popular Cookbook for Managed Democracy, Meals for One After Tactical Retreat. These tomes are not just books, they're boosts for the soul. Remember, an informed Helldiver is a calm Helldiver, and a calm Helldiver is less likely to run screaming into a Bile Titan's open mouth. So read deeply, read dutifully, read what you're told to. Because those who open their minds to Super Earth's wisdom will never be empty-headed in the heat of battle. Thank you, noble Helldivers, for your undivided attention to this patriotic broadcast. We'll be back on Monday to give you all the latest developments on the Galactic War, so fight hard over the weekend and keep collecting those rare samples. Remember, we've started streaming on the channel, so you can catch us again at 4 PM EST on Monday for another round of beautifully dispensed Managed Democracy. Until then, troops, for Super Earth and democracy.